Hello and welcome to the second channel for Tales from the Trip. I'm your host, the Trip Keeper, and on today's video, we're going to be reading stories and posts and whatever the fuck about Miller High Life. Miller High Life is the best beer known to man. It is the quintessential champagne of beers. If you don't know what Miller High Life is, it is the best. It is the best beer of all time, and everyone should be drinking it if you're old enough, of course. And if you're not old enough, if your mom buys you beer or something like my mom did when I was younger, get the Miller High Life. Not the Natty Daddies, not the Milwaukee's Best Ice, not what's the other one, Bud Ice that my mom drinks. Miller High Life. It's cheap and it's good. You can get a 12 pack of bottles probably for like $12 or less. It depends where you live. If you're in California, maybe it probably costs a little bit more, or New York probably costs a little bit more. But in Ohio, at Giant Eagle, I get a 12 pack for $12, but there's other cheaper places you can get it at. I'm in a Miller High Life group on Facebook, and I've seen them post 12 packs for like $6 at some places. Like people, like it goes crazy. But this beer is definitely worth way more than that. It is just such a delicious fucking. It's just a good beer. Like it's a beer that is a straight up beer. Like if you want to get the definition of a beer, they'll show you a picture of Miller High Life. It is fucking just amazing. And we have one here while we're gonna be reading these posts and stories and shit. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Let me take a sip out of it. And Miller High Life, I need to sponsor you. You guys need to let me sponsor you because it would be amazing. I'm already sponsoring you like crazy. I've gotten a lot of people to actually, get to drink Miller High Lifes, and I've gotten a lot of messages and comments that say it's like a great beer. So, we're getting people hooked on it. But people who are already drinking, of course, not people who don't drink and try it. So if you're already drinking, whatever. But yeah, so we got a couple links here. It ranges from a lot. There's a couple articles. Yeah, so I thought it'd be very interesting to do this because, I drink Miller High Life for almost every video, probably like 95% of all my videos on the Strip Keeper channel. And sometimes when I edit on my main channel, I'm drinking Miller High Life just so I can get through it. But yeah, no. So I try to promote it a little bit because it is just a very good beer, and I love the design. I love the bottle. I only drink the bottle. I had to get the can a couple times. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's hard for work. I worked like fucking till 5:30 tonight. That's pretty long for me because I usually work till 4. But they weren't ready with the packages until like 9:30, so it was a pretty stressful day. But yeah, because I started at 7:30, so. But yeah, we're gonna be drinking this beer while we're reading these posts. We're gonna see. It's just gonna be like a fucking amazing video. If you guys want Trip Keeper content, this is the video you were coming for. This is gonna be the ultimate ramble on yap session you have ever heard because I love Miller High Life. Okay, so this is on the r/beer subreddit. I'm known to buy a pack of Miller High Life when I'm tight on cash, and I'm not ashamed. Well, you shouldn't be ashamed because Miller High Life is fucking awesome. Does anyone else set their own beer snobbiness aside? We all have our inner beer snob for a cold low life every now and then. Um, I'm not a big beer snob. I'm a Miller High Life snob for sure, but I'm not a beer snob. I'm not even in the beer subreddit. What the fuck? I should be in there. I just joined it now. Someone said, I legitimately enjoy beer like this, and I've had just about everything as I've lived many states. Cheap beer is about something else. It's about the marathon, not the sprint. It's about beer pong and football and beer tents in the summer. It is about something cold, tasteless, easy drinking, and all day. It is about the beer you want in the middle of the afternoon when you have other shit to do that day, but you want to kick back and watch an episode of something on Netflix and let the stress roll off you. That's true. The 7 to 8% monster might put you directly into a nap time, but a great cheap beer is just what the doctor ordered. There are moods to beer. There's nothing better than a Zahn on a hot summer's day. A nice porter in the winter makes you seem warm almost instantly. Something you can only get on tap at the place that really cares about beer for a night out with your beer drinking friends when you're passing around your glasses at the end of every round. That 750 bottle of experimental high-end beer is about settling into a night of conversation or mutual enjoyment of a friend's company. Oh, excuse me. There are times to drink shitty beer. There are times to drink top shelf. Beer is so versatile. That's what I love about it. Yeah. This guy really went into detail with cheap beer. Taking a sip. Gotta enjoy the Miller High Life, baby. Gotta enjoy it. Oh, coming up. Let's see if anyone said about Miller High Life. Yeah, no one said anything about Miller High Life in that. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna be done with that. We're gonna go on to the next fucking page. Let's see where we're at time wise. We're at 5:25. Okay. Let's see here. All right, so this is an article, and it's 12 things you should know about Miller High Life, and this was published June 5th in 2020. Words by Emily Bell, illustration by Daniel Grinberg. All right, shout out them. Everyone thinks they know all they need to know about Miller High Life, largely because it's a delightfully two-dimensional lager. But the stuff is also squarely American, built almost entirely on marketing, coolly defined of rich stiffs, but also quietly owned by the fifth wealthiest brewery conglomerate and 64th and 71st richest families in the U.S. and Canada, respectively, and sustained over the years by our collective penchant for corn syrupy nostalgia and low-budget champagne dreams. Add a Lunar Lady mascot, a surprisingly high-profile beverage industry fan base, and the world's most timeless and campaign, pun intended because it's always Miller time, except at court or church or maybe the DMV. Turns out there's plenty more to know about the champagne of beers. Here's a dozen that get you started. Oh boy, we're getting started with it for sure. Number 1, it is much older than you think. Miller High Life made its debut on New Year's Eve in 1903, getting into full marketing swing in 1904. That's a really long time ago. It's also the year Dr. Seuss was born and the year inventor Lizzie McGuire patented the landlord's game, later renamed Monopoly, and used to teach children the value of using real estate deals to alienate family. Wow, that's very interesting to know. This is going to be a crazy article, guys. Oh, yeah, 1904, huh? It's also much older than Miller Lite. The Miller beer world is pretty confusing. No, there's no plain Miller beer. There was once briefly. There is Miller Lite, but it's a descendant of Miller High Life. High Life, as discussed, made its saucy debut on New Year's Eve 1903. Miller Lite launched nationally in 1975, nearly 70 years later. Miller High Life Light launched in 1994, nearly a century later. Yeah, Miller High Life is fucking old, dude. It's an old-ass beer, and I love seeing the design for it. It's just an amazing design. It's so much better than Miller Lite. Miller Lite tastes like water, but Miller High Life tastes like a beer. Miller High Life tastes like straight up like a beer. It's just that's the thing about Miller. This is what I love about Miller High Life. It's just a classic taste of a fucking beer. It's not anything special. It's not like, I mean, it's special to me, but like special to the eyes of other people, to the taste buds of other people. Like, it is not anything great, but to me, I love it and it's amazing. Yeah. Fuck. Your instincts are correct. There's no reason it should be compared to champagne. That's number 3. I think it should be compared to champagne, for real. Champagne is a regional French sparkling wine made by putting a select proportion of grapes through specialized double fermentation. Miller High Life, we believe, comes from a naturally occurring spring in the basement of Kid Rock's mansion. Kidding. For more on production, see below. Number 4. Okay, the bottle is similar to champagne, sort of. There's one claim to similarity with champagne, the bottle. High Life debuted at a time when bottled beer was a rarity, and Miller declared the brand the champagne of bottled beer, i.e. the best of what little was out there. That's either clever marketing or a Hail Mary in the form of outrageous product hubris, and it worked like a charm. So much so that Miller High Life has maintained the slogan, dropping the bottled part in 1969 for more than 100 years, and even leaned in further with the champagne-sized bottle in 2017. I think it's a champagne. I mean, I don't think it's a champagne, but I think it's a champagne of beers. Like, it really is. Like, if you look at the bottle, it's just like such a beautiful bottle. Like, it's just so amazing, guys. I keep on yawning, but I'm not that tired. But I am tired. I'm a little tired, but I'm not that tired. Oh, the beer tastes good. The mascot looks like a saucy extra from Moulin Rouge. Miller High Life's mascot is the Girl on the Moon, which is exactly what it sounds like. A woman in old-timey finery toasting the stars, or life, or whatever if she's hallucinating due to the lack of oxygen in outer space, and or her corset. These people are very particular, huh? Thankfully, she's evolved over the years. You can see her change across the labels on the neck of the bottle, but we like this version where she looks like she just had a really good shift at the Moulin Rouge, and is ready for a couple brewskis and some quiet time with the man on the moon. Yeah, no, I like the logo. I really do. It's a very cool logo. It makes me want to drink beer. Very good beer at that. We got some very, very good beer, guys. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. I still have the Lucky Strikes left, so I'm going to smoke it. All right, I'm completely buzzed. We are fucking buzzed as hell, dude. Oh my god. This is like the most buzzed I've gotten ever from this pack of cigarettes, dude. I don't know what the fuck happened, but let's get through the rest of this shit. Where the fuck were we? Um, okay, number 6. The clear bottle is not a liability. A liability? Yeah, no, it's definitely not. It's definitely it adds to the stigma around Miller High Life. Beer gets skunked when UV rays from the sun or your personal tanning bed penetrate the glass and mess with the molecules inside. Brown glass is best at protecting your beer from the sun, after aluminum cans that is. Green glass doesn't do such a great job either. Sorry, internationally famed green bottled beer from the Netherlands. Was that Heineken or some shit? Let's open a new tab. Yep, Heineken. Okay, we're not talking about Heineken though. Heineken's okay. Heineken's okay. But I literally I only buy Miller High Life, and if I'm at the restaurant, I'll get a Michelob Ultra every once in a while. But if they don't have Miller High Life, of course. But that's my second go-to beer. I just like Michelob Ultra. That's another beer that tastes really good. That's an S tier beer for me. The only two S tier beers I gotta update the beer list because I don't know where I put Miller High Life, but I don't think I put it in S tier. In that list. So it's definitely S tier. This and Michelob Ultra and Blue Moon with the orange is definitely S tier. We still think you're pretty. They're talking about Heineken. However, Miller High Life uses a modified hop extract that prevents this reaction. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. That's actually a really cool fact. This is probably the coolest fact so far. 7. You need about 3 times Miller High Life's alcohol by volume to get a bubbly level buzz. Damn. Well, I don't care because I like the taste of it. Granted, alcohol doesn't really work that way, and don't try to experiment with the math. It's a hangover waiting to happen. But the so-called champagne of beers clocks in at 4.6% ABV. Champagne is about 13% ABV on average, maybe a tad less. Either way, you need something like 3 times as many servings as Miller High Life as you would flutes of champagne to achieve a similar buzz. And we're guessing by then you'd be less inclined to do this. Number 8, it has a PBR style street cred. Yes, street cred is like Fight Club. You don't talk about it. But Miller High Life does afford you a bit of street cred. It's hipster Gatorade in certain circles, owing in part to a popularity spurt in 2017 in the wake of a rebranding that emphasized nostalgia with an old 1970s slogan. In fact, after that campaign, the beer had its best quarter since 2009. Let's see what that tab says. Your dad's favorite beer is making a huge comeback thanks to hipsters. And executives are thrilled. Yeah, so they apparently made a comeback. Oh my god, look at that picture of it. It's so beautiful. I'll leave all the links in the description box below unless they say something negative. I can't put it in there. But I'll put that in there. Number 9. All clocks should be set to Miller time. Yes, they should be. Okay, so you just learned what Greenwich Mean Time is, but does it even matter? Because back in the 1970s, Miller High Life came up with the infamous Miller Time ad campaign, complete with a jazzy jingle. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. The jingle was written by famed late ad man Bill Backer, who also wrote the world's famous cheesiest but goddamn aim high commercial. Let's see what that one is. There's a lot of links in this one. There's an ad before the ad. Stop it. We don't want that. Oh, it has 6.8 million views. There might be copyright, but let's play like 2 seconds of it. Okay. We got that. All right. Only a couple more. Number 10, Miller High Life does indeed contain hops, good ones too. Miller High Life is what's known as an adjunct lager, aka a big American macro beer that's made for more mass drinkability and wide profit margins that aforementioned street cred. But even if the IBU score is 7, that's an international bidding unit score, e.g. 90-minute Dogfish Head IPA is 90 IBUs. Holy shit. Miller High Life does contain hops, Galena hops, the most widely used commercial bittering hop in the United States, are used in this beer for good reason. It's clean and a hit citrusy with an edgy bitterness, as opposed to a murkier bitterness from some funkier hops, like going for a walk in the woods with your friend Caleb, who writes sad poetry. That's a lot to say. I don't know about that. That's a weird one. It has as many calories as a Starbucks espresso frappuccino. Oh boy, how many calories does this thing have? It should say it on the bottle. Where the fuck? I don't know how many calories it has, honestly. Who cares? I work every day. I burn this shit off. Okay. We're not counting calories when we're drinking beer, but many are. And when we created this chart, a guide to the calories and ABV in America's best-selling beers, many were surprised that something as delicate tasting as Miller High Life, with its scant 4.6% ABV, clocks in at 141 calories. No wonder I can't lose weight. I can lose weight. I have a system now. I've lost 10 pounds since that last doctor's visit, so that was good. I'm fine where I'm at now. This is exactly one more calorie than a tall espresso frappuccino, no whip, about the same as a York peppermint patty, and more than 30 calories more than competitors like Bud Light, Coors Light, and its own 96 calorie little sibling Miller Lite. Yeah, fuck Miller Lite. Bartenders, number 12. Bartenders fucking love Miller High Life. It's a myth that sophisticated drinkers defy their innate thirst for High Life. Bartenders, like very good bartenders, love the stuff, as do many, many craft brewers. And they admit it freely, and they're not wrong. There's something about calming your nerves at the end of a long shift or Netflix binge or pandemic-induced quarantine with the faux fancy everyman's beer that makes a joke out of its own unfanciness and goes down as well as champagne. That was a very interesting article. I like that. That was cool. I'm glad we got through that shit. I'm really glad we got through that shit. That was fun. 12 facts you didn't know, or you should know, excuse me. Because some of you maybe have known that already. Maybe you guys read this article. Let me switch that over there. Someone commented, explain IMA in the subreddit. Oh, I got a notification on Reddit. Mod mail. I got to answer that shit. Well, I'll do it later. Explain why Miller High Life is a champagne of beers, like you are a snobby hipster craft beer connoisseur. I don't know what you were going for when you made this post. Like, High Life isn't good enough or something. The question doesn't need to be explained as a connoisseur, because even simpleton Sam Adams drinkers can figure it out. Any asshole can make an ale. That's why they sell brown ale home brew kits. So your microbrewery makes a killer IPA, whatever. Besides, it's easy to make a small run and say it's special. Let's talk about lagers. Lagers take work. They're a complicated beer to get right. That's why microbreweries also almost never make a good Pilsner without putting some bullshit flavor on top, because the underlying beer sucks. This is where High Life comes in. This is a world-class product. Name a single other beer that is able to offer as much at that price. Name another beer that is as consistent. Shit might as well be the Coca-Cola of beers, because it's always the same, and it's always delicious. I love this guy already, dude. This guy is a fucking beast. And for the champagne slogan, it's because the level of carbonation in MHL is way up there, making it a fizzy champagne-like treat. And you know what? It is, because we don't need a reason to celebrate with a champagne. Not when we could buy an ice-cold High Life from the low-life gas station for less than a bottle of Evian. That's true. Jesus, you made me want to go out and buy some High Life. Dude, it's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome, dude. I love Miller High Life. Let's see. This one's... so I'm only going to read... So they said, have you ever been to Milwaukee? I've been to Milwaukee 11 times. If you're truly into craft beer, you have to make the pilgrimage to Milwaukee. A lot of German immigrants settled in Wisconsin, and with them brought their expert German brewing knowledge. Okay, let's move down. Let's see. Okay, so anyways, Miller's totally been the spearhead of all quality modern craft beer innovation. There's one beer that's been unsung for Miller, Miller High Life. This brew's over 100 years old, and that isn't because it's unpopular. An artist loved it so much in the early 1900s, Mike Hagel, he even painted the iconic Girl on the Moon for Miller free of charge to proclaim his love of Miller High Life. That should have been in the facts, the interesting facts about it. I don't know why they didn't put that in there. You know you've got something good when an artist wants to make creative for your product free of charge, not like pay-for-play web designs of corporate America who only churn out JPEGs for 3 money signs. Fun fact, did you know Miller Beer was originally kept cool in a series of underground caves? Guy who lived in my dorm works at Miller. Gave me the behind-the-scenes tour of the factory. Anyways, back to High Life. You can drink it for free at the brewery, and let me tell you, it's the best tasting thing ever. Unfortunately, a lot of big box retailers don't understand that they need to keep High Life in the dark. That's why beer bottles are typically brown, because sunlight distorts the taste of beer. If you go to a small business that specializes in selling beer, you'll know what I'm talking about. Get some High Life, and it'll taste as good as gold. Go to Walmart where they put High Life out in the open and warm, and it'll taste wrong. It's a Pilsner. It needs to be kept cold. Big box retailers don't understand this. Yeah, no, having it cold is a lot better, I'll tell you that. Oh, it's so good. It is so fucking good. Miller kept it true and in a clear glass bottle like it used to be, so all these breweries popping up everywhere overnight are great, don't get me wrong, but Miller had it right 100 plus years ago. If you're actually serious about beer, go to Milwaukee, try the Miller High Life at the brewery, and you'll realize what you're missing out on and why it's called the champagne of beers. That makes me want to go to Milwaukee. I haven't really, it hasn't been on my list, but I would love to go there. Let's see. Okay, so that was the last thing that they said. So let's move that over. Let's see what the next post says. 110-year-old still drank 3 Miller High Lifes per day. She died at 112. So let's see what the article is. The secret to long life is Miller High Life, or basically just drinking water. A New Jersey woman who turned 110 on Saturday credits her longevity to 2 things. Oh no. It's not letting me access it. Damn it. Okay, so basically a 110-year-old woman was drinking Miller High Life, and yeah, that's basically what it is. She was a beast. She was drinking Miller High Life, and she lived till 112 years old. Shout out her. All right, we're on the last 2. There's a spice report with Miller High Life, but I'm not going to read that shit because it's not mostly about it. So, you know, we want to make Miller. This is strictly a Miller High Life video. This person said on r/beer, Miller High Life ain't bad, especially for the price. I love all sorts of more artisanal or crafty beers. Belgian triples and quads are my fave, and I've been branching out quite a bit into IPAs as well. Problem is, I'm a student and can't afford $6 for an 11.2 ounce or whatever all the time. This shit is very drinkable. Nothing crazy, of course, but better than any macro light beer I've tried, and I can get a fat ass 32 ounce at my local gas station for $1.89. TLDR, there's a right place for everything. Well, maybe except Natty. Yeah, no. Someone said, now you're living the high life. We keep a 24-pack in our walk-in cooler at all times at the brewery. Sometimes you don't want anything but high life. Yeah, no, that's how I feel. Someone said, I had always heard it was good. Finally tried it a month ago and loved it as a light beer and a $6 6-pack. Yeah, you gotta love that shit. I always buy the 12-pack, though. I would buy a 24-pack if they had the 24 bottles where I'm at, but they don't. High Life and Coors Banquet tend to be the most consensus best American macro lagers for people who actually like beer. I still need to try Coors Banquet. I need to buy that shit next time. I need to try because people say it is it is a beast. It is a beast. Let's see anything else anyone said. Doop-a-da-boop, doop-a-da-boop, doop-a-da. When we were figuring out the best cheap kegs back in the 90s, we settled on Miller Genuine Draft. It was like $4 more for a keg. And then Milwaukee's best, but so much better. Yeah, Milwaukee's beast. It really is a beast. High Life in a can is but the champagne of beers in a glass bottle hits perfectly every time. That's how I feel. Like, I like the taste of it in a can, but it's not as good as it is in a bottle. Someone said this is correct. I'm a can over bottle guy 99 times out of 100. High Life must be in a bottle. Yeah, High Life really needs to be in a bottle. I read an article not too long ago about how High Life is making a comeback because all the brewmasters of the big hype beast breweries love it. I want to say Forbes did the article, but I'm not 100% sure. The younger people in Mexico have been loving Miller High Life and have made it the beer of choice in urban areas. I've noticed they mostly drink them in 40s, or how we call them in Mexico, uh, caguamas. Caguamas. I'm drinking Miller High Life in caguamas. The Girl in the Moon never steered me wrong. It's a stellar coring, work on the car kind of beer. That's true. I just want to go outside and fucking work on my car. For real. Uh, let's see here. I love hazy IPAs, but when I just want beer, I found Pabst Blue Ribbon to be my go-to. Bud and Miller just taste like nothing to me. Might have to give a High Life a go. Yes, you do. You really do. Do it. It's totally different from Miller Lite slash Bud slash etc. I compare High Life to corn soda. It really is a corn soda. It really fucking is. PBR is good though. I haven't had it in a while, but when I was in high school, we would drink it at this place that's nearby my house, and we would fucking get toasted. But yeah, Miller High Life is just better. It's in a bottle. It's fucking awesome. I'm almost done with the bottle. Holy shit, it's already 7-Eleven. Jeez. I love it because it has extra carbonation. And also, fun fact, it will never go skunky even in the clear glass bottles because they use hop extract instead of pellets. Let's see here. Yes, High Life is my go-to 40, and it's such a noticeable quality brew compared to OE 40, Steel Reserve, what have you. Definitely the best gas station beer you can reliably get, though. I'll admit, I'm also fond of Budweiser. It is the best beer, someone said. It is the best beer. A lot of people agree with it. It is the best beer. Miller High Life is decent. High Life Light is icky, kind of like how Budweiser is good, but Bud Light is gross. I'm a Miller Light guy myself. Okay, we can't listen to this guy. He's a Miller Light guy, dude. That's fucked up. Why would you be a Miller Life guy? Miller Light guy. That's fucked up. You don't want to be that shit. You don't want to be that shit. High Life Light was hands down way better. Rest easy, my sweet prince. That has 0 upvotes, and now it has -1. Yeah. Okay, so we're done here with this one. All right, let's go to the last one. This one says on r/beer, why didn't anyone tell me Miller High Life was so drinkable? I worked at a craft brewery for 4 years, and when not drinking craft, I'm usually having a Yingling, longboard, or shock top. Just had my first Miller High Life yesterday after work, and it was surprisingly good. Nothing I'd clamor to grab over my favorites, but a noticeable cut above your typical light beer. Why hasn't anyone told me about this in my 32 years on this planet? I'd always avoided it due to the clear and red flag marketing ploy, champagne of beer. But I expect I'll be grabbing this from time to time now. That's good. Yeah, no. I guess it's not like really champagne-y, but it's just like, I don't know. It says it right on the bottle. I think that really grabs people's attention. But I think the artist on the fucking, like, you can't get a Miller High Life. Miller High Life is just like, I don't know. It's just like a perfect fucking beer, dude. It is just a perfect fucking beer. You worked at a microbrewery, but didn't spend brewery. You worked at a microbrewery, but didn't spend your nights at the hipster dive bar drinking High Lifes and Underbergs. Weird. What is this? There's a Reddit post. Let's see what this one says. Okay, no, that doesn't have any. Oh, it's a Miller High Life with the lime. I've never had it with the lime, but that's a good image. That is a good image. They don't call it the champagne of beers for nothing. Next time you have one, add Aperol to make spaghetti cocktail. Okay. There's people outside. There's little kids. What are they doing? What the fuck are they doing, guys? Dude, it's right there on the bottle, the champagne of beers. They try to tell us, but we didn't listen. Because it's just beer, plain simple and just enough flavor. We finally had a warm day on Saturday. We only had some craft beer in the fridge. Instead, we ran to the store and grabbed a 12-pack of Miller High Life, tossed it in a cooler of ice, and had a great afternoon. I'm giving that up vote. That's awesome. I love this beer. I love this beer so much. I refuse to believe that you work in the industry and haven't had High Life until now. And then OP said, bartender at a craft brewery, and before that, only drank light beers if that's all was available. I had Miller Lite before and didn't like it, so it was reasonable to assume High Life wouldn't be much better. You can't assume these things because they're just like they're fucking it's High Life is just the way to go. The 7 ounce baby High Lifes are everything. I never seen that before. Wonder what that looks like. 7 ounce Miller. Oh boy, it comes up. Oh my god, those little ones. Oh my god, they're so tiny. They're so cute. I want to order them. I want to order them. 21.99 for what? For a 24 pack. They're so cute. Look it up. Look up Miller High Life 7 ounce and you'll see. A Miller High Life 6 pack is $5.99. Let me just search up Miller High Life and see what comes up. Ooh, Miller High Life shop. There's a shop, guys. There's a fucking shop. Date of birth. I gotta give my date of birth, really. You guys know my date of birth. I was born in 1999, guys. Get 50% off your first order? Okay. I'll take that. Let me enter my email at gmail.com. That's great. Oh, I gotta enter my first name. Okay, we got that. Submit. High Life 15. High Life 15 is the 50% off the order. Clearance. Let's see what the clearance has. Yo, a scarf, a hat. They have a hat. Oh my god, it's $12.99. Oh my god, a sweater. Ooh, a Christmas. Oh my god, look at that hat. That is so nice. They got socks, string lights. Dude, there's so much cool shit here. Oh my god, dude. Let's see what the second page has. Go on the Miller High Life shop and look at the clearance section. Dude, this is fucking awesome. Oh my god, dude. This is like a dream come true. A Miller High Life clock, a Miller High Life LED sign, $269. A postcard for $199. Oh, dude, a High Life bowling. They got a bowling shirt, dude, and they got chairs, $39.99. Let's see what the last page has. Okay, nothing interesting. So let's go back to page 1, and I want that sweater. I really want that sweater, dude. Oh, they don't have any mediums left. They don't have any mediums, dude. But I do want the winter hat. Do I want that one or do I want this one? I think this one's a lot better. $12.99. I could buy a hat for $12.99, guys. I think I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it. Proceed to cart. Where's the promo code at? Proceed to check. I mean, it's only $12.99. Oh, okay. Now we got the discount code. What was it? High Life 15, right? Yep. Okay, so it worked. I saved $1.94. Why is the shipping so much? It's $9. That's crazy. And it's not going to come till Friday, September 20th. I'm going to get it though, guys. It's a nice hat. It's a nice winter hat. I'm going to wear it. It's like a perfect fucking thing. Okay, I ordered it, guys. I ordered the Miller High Life winter hat. It's going to be, I'm going to wear that to work. I'm going to wear that everywhere, dude. Miller High Life is the way to fucking go. So yeah. Anyways, that was a video about Miller High Life. I don't know what the fuck, if it's going to get any views or not, but who cares? Because I enjoyed making it. That's all that matters. I enjoy making it, and you guys can enjoy it too. Like, this is what the second channel is all about, guys. This is what fucking you guys want to watch, you guys want to listen to, because it's just amazing. Okay, guys. I love you all. Please stay safe out there. Drink Miller High Life if you do drink beer. But if you don't drink anything, do not drink beer because you don't want to get addicted to that. But yeah, if you're already drinking and you're not drinking Miller High Life, we got an issue. You got to fucking drink it. Drink the Miller High Life, baby.